expanded school campaigns to an all-Easthampton public campaign, so that together we can make people aware of how pointless and harmful idling is. Idling in the environment. Did you know that air pollution is now the world's largest single environmental risk? Reducing air pollution can save millions of lives. And did you know that motor vehicles produce more air pollution than any other single human activity in America? Vehicle exhaust contributes roughly 60% of all carbon monoxide emissions nationwide and up to 95% in cities. Each gallon of fuel burned emits 20 pounds of carbon dioxide and greenhouse gas. Most people do not realize that idling pollutes both the air outside and inside the home.
Idling in our house. Did you know that outdoor pollution having the lives, health of millions of people in the world? In 2012, 7 million people were reported dead as a result of pollution exposure. Exhaust from motor vehicles is a large source of pollution that harms health. Tailpipe emissions contribute to the formation of ground-level ozone, which can damage lungs. Car exhaust fumes contain air toxins which are very harmful and contribute to increased asthma, allergies, influenza, as well as other serious health effects like
Idling in our money. Idling is super wasteful. Did you know that $11 million are wasted in the U.S. every day because of idling? Almost 3 billion gallons of fuel are wasted to return tanks of gas every year by idling. An idling car will save 5 gallons per hour. For modern cars, fuel injection idling for more than 10 seconds uses more gas and eliminates CO2 than starting the engine. Conclusion: you waste more money and inhale more CO2 when you sit in your car and idle. Idling and your car. Did you know that idling is very damaging for our cars? You heard right. Ford Motor Company warns you advise its drivers to avoid idling for 10 to 30 seconds. Because excessive idling can actually damage your engine. When idling, a car's fuel is only partially combusted because the engine is not. This causes fuel residue to build up on cylinder walls, which can damage engine coils and increase fuel consumption.
Idling and the law. The law in Massachusetts states that a car cannot be idle for more than 5 minutes unless it is being serviced or it is being used to deliver or accept goods. Section 60B of Chapter 90 of the Mass General Law also prohibits extended idling on school grounds. We did not know about these facts or any of the other facts that we learned through our anti-idling campaign. We also discovered that air monitoring at school has shown elevated levels of toxins during the afternoon hour, coinciding with pickup times as parents idle their cars while they wait for their kids. If many vehicles are idling at once, for example, in school pickup and drop-off areas, a hot spot of exhaust pollution can be created. This hot spot of air pollution affects kids more than adults. Kids are especially more to idling because of their developing lungs. Children also have higher breathing rates. They inhale more air per pound and body weight, reducing children's exposure to toxic vehicle exhaust and reduce asthma as well.
Discovering and learning about all these facts is what pushed us to organize our school campaign. Turn your key and be idle free. First we observed and gathered enough data that we calculated the amount of CO2 our homes breathe on a daily basis because of idling taking place near our school. We shared all our learnings and facts with the whole school and asked them to share these facts with their parents before asking them to sign a pledge not to idle. We also volunteered to make anti-idling posters after school. After the letter was sent home and pledges were collected, we placed all of the posters in strategic spots for everybody to see and learn. The Turn Your Key, the Idle Free campaign at Maple made it on the front cover of the Gazette twice, and it even reached River Radio Station in Bedford. This, together with the informative letter that was sent home, made a huge difference in the reduction of idling in our schools. Since the campaign worked at our schools, we thought we could expand it and make it known by placing posters in people. Most people are not aware of how harmful idling is, and change their habits when they are informed about the negative effects that it has on their health, their finances, their car, and the environment. Others do not care and will only change their ways if their consequences are given that by reducing idling. Protect our health. You save money. You preserve our car.
Given that it is against the law,
And given that it's easy as simply turning your key, we think we might stand a chance in shaping people's habits. We know that our small school efforts to change people's habits will go a long way if city officials and police knew about our campaign and helped us encourage people to respect the law and stop this pointless and harmful practice by setting examples and reminding people of the law and fining those who break it. We hope that by sharing what we have learned throughout our campaign with you and by asking for you to help and by asking for your help and example, we could help reduce and who knows, even stop idling altogether in Easthampton. We have a dream for Easthampton to be an example and a model to residents of other neighboring towns who daily have to drive through our town. Just like Gandhi said,
let's be the change we want to see.
does anybody have any questions for students? They learned a lot.
Yeah, I have a question. So I know that this campaign started when students were at Maple Street, and then we slowed down. Did you see a difference in the amount of idling go down when you did this on Maple Street?
The amount of idling was reduced just by posters, even before it was part of the Gazette, and I think that's why we saw a difference there. In Whitebrook, because of all the works going on, it was difficult, but we thought maybe if we put it around in different points throughout the town, people would see it, and many times when people see it, they just become aware of it.
Mm-hmm. And where will the signs go?
So we have a different, one, we would like to put one around in this area.
Yeah.
We would like to ask the police if we could put one outside there. Their building, and we have a list that we hope to send to you in order for you to give us approval, like in the park, in the entrance of the pond, certain public places, and then private places we'll ask privately.
Okay, great. Well, thank you all for the continued research and also the the outward public campaign around this really important issue. I would like to put Kelly on the spot. So as far as the students concerned or asked around enforcing idling, and it seems like it happens mostly like at school, how can the police,
We can step up our enforcement regarding the idling stuff, educate people on what you guys gave us today. It's a lot of good information. And I wish my whole department was here to hear it, because it opens up our eyes to a lot of this stuff. But that's what we plan on doing. We'll set the guys up and, more enforcement around school and, start educating people. Because people forget, people need to be educated, on this stuff. That's what we'll do.
And certainly, we can coordinate the campaign on the city Facebook pages and post them, especially as signs are specifically going up so that attention rises. I think the police department has more followers than the city's Facebook, so that's the go-to. But we'll do it to all of the city, all to the city Facebook pages. And I would invite this group, perhaps, in the fall, when school is back, to come to city council during public speak and report on the campaign and how you feel it was successful and maybe how it could be stronger, if the Facebook stuff from the city helped or not, and hear about your next steps to help us here in Easthampton truly be an environmental model for our neighboring communities. I really thank you all, and I thank the educators involved, and this turnout is, I think, very indicative of Easthampton, all Easthampton residents being very conscious about what we need to do for each other and how we can help the larger causes that seem out of our control. So thank you all.
Thank you. And Kelly and I would like to specifically thank you for making time. We know you're busy, and we really appreciate you giving us the time and giving them the time to show off their work.
Well, I would just say, especially, I'm delighted to be outside. But I would also say, I think everyone is busy in a relative sense, but a huge part of municipal government and community policing is about being here and witnessing the great work that our residents are doing that you've chosen to do and support. So it's always our pleasure to get out and stand with you all. So thank you very much for the invitation. And the facts and the research, super impressive. I knew it was going to be good, but I was pulled over and to have the speaking points was very thoughtful, and the colorful. I like, there's some people who are making signs for different causes, which is wonderful, and they're small, and yours are bigger, and they're colorful. It's hard to not look at them. And you can see them when you're driving, which I think is really important. And I'd love to have some right up front here in City Hall, because those spots right here in the front, people pull in and they idle while they're using the drop box or while they're